Where's the rage? Here we are, 1 week after the election. The Democrats got popped. That's right. There's nothing left of them. Quite sad. Now, I didn't get it. Lots of people were a little, you know, lots of my Democratic friends were all licking their wounds. The outcome didn't have to be like that. The rule of thumb is, and if you watch the news, if you run from the leader, you will get clobbered. This happened to the Democrats because they ran away from Obama. This happened to the Republicans when they ran away from Bush. This happened to the Democrats when they ran away from Clinton. It goes on and on. It happened to Reagan. When you run away from the leader, you get clobbered. The Democrats seemed they had no positive message. I don't get it. I mean, you take your leader and you parade him in front of the crowds. You tell the people that because of this man here, Ebola deaths are down to 1. And that guy died because the hospital sent him home. That's just a little note. You could tell them that this guy, when he came in office, unemployment was at 10.1 and now it's at 5.8. You could have told him that he's done very good at containing China. You could have told him that he did give the okay to kill Osama bin Laden, the guy who brought the towers down when the Republicans were running the country. Maybe it wasn't their fault. There was nothing they could do. A memo that said that Obama was going to attack with planes wasn't enough. All right, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But this guy brought the head of that guy who did it, the guy who did it. They brought his head in a plate. You could also say that he's doing the best he can with ISIS, that ISIS, no one really has an answer. It's not his fault. American bombs are not going to change what's going on in the Islamic world. Okay. You could have told him that the deficit was down $1 trillion. You could have said that 10 million people now have health care who didn't have health care before. You could have said that 2 wars are basically winding down, though Iraq is going up, but that's their fault, not ours. You could have told the people that the auto industry, like GM, is selling cars because of this guy. You could have told them that the stock market is at record highs. You could have told that no one's killed more terrorists than this guy right next to me. You could have said that there's been no attack on U.S. soil since he's been president. You could have told them that there's 65 months of straight economic growth. You could also tell them that gas prices are the lowest they've been in a long, long time. I'm going to stop right now. If what the list I gave you, you could not get your base to vote, you're morons. I don't know. I can't do it for you. So, you took a clobbering. They didn't clobber you. You clobbered yourself. And only, I know the Republicans are like, yeah, but only 1/3 of the people voted. And if you don't get your act together, you're going to get clobbered in 2016. And I'll be telling you the same thing. Gotta give kudos to Ted Cruz. As bad as a villain he's been, as the guy who shut down the government, the guy who stuck to his guns, my way or the highway, guess what? He has now 53 senators in place. So he was rewarded for being a douchebag. Gotta give the guy credit where credit's due. So the rule of thumb is, you take this black stallion that's president, you parade him, and you show the list of all the positive things he did. And there's much more. But you know what? You're afraid. And if you're, what Jon Stewart says, the Democratic Party is spineless. All I got to say, cowards die a horrible death. As a kid who grew up Catholic, what's the thing? You get what you deserve? Nothing like Catholic dogma. Hey. So, I wish I could have helped you. You could have come to me. Matter of fact, I do the consultation for free. And you know what? I'm going to put it all on the line. I'm going to predict the winner of the 2016 election. Drum roll, please. Here it comes. The guy who's going to win the 2016 election is going to be Jeb Bush. His brother, W, just wrote a book, a love letter to Dad, and a message to my dear brother. It is what it is. He's going to win. Ron Paul is going to stir a lot of people. You know, he has a positive. Lots of things he says make sense. But I think he hangs around with the wrong gang. We'll see. His dad, you know, also very much out front, very transparent, says what he thinks. So, the winner of the 2016 election will be Jeb Bush. I told you first. Maybe only 20 people see this video now. But when the election comes, I think this video, that'll be 2 years old, will go viral. Because they say, oh my God, he must be the great-grandson of Nostradamus. No. I see it evolving. I see the pieces being moved. Yes. Here in Florida, where I live, Rick Scott, just by nose. That's right. If Charlie Crist would have paraded that president in those Hispanic communities and those pockets where there are a lot of Democrats and went through the list, activate the base, he'd be governor now. But no, everyone kept the black stallion far, far away. And so, once again, you got clobbered. So, I think this is the shortest. Where's the rage? The rage is no one votes. The rage is 1/3 cared, another third didn't care it was worth it or didn't think it was worth it, and the other third never votes, doesn't really care. What, 50-some% of Americans vote? Which means the other 50-some%, they just want their jobs. Watch the Kardashians, who's winning The Voice, who's on American Idol, you know. They like their fried food, and that's it. My point is, if you don't vote, you don't count. It's true. If you don't vote, I don't want to hear you complaining. You can vote and lose, but then it gives you the right to complain. So, we don't instill that in kids in school. I think it should be part of the curriculum from a young age. Teach kids to be civic, to participate, to be proud of what they have. So many people in so many countries are dying in jails because they just want what we got. It's sad. It's sad that you don't know what you got. It's the old Christian saying, don't give pearls to pigs, because they just don't know what they are. There's nothing against them. They just don't know what pearls are, how precious they are. So if we don't train our children from a young age to understand they have to be part of the process. If you don't vote, you got as many rights as an immigrant who just came in here and doesn't have citizenship. You're almost that close. And I can prove it to you. Oh, I have citizenship. Kind of. So, next time vote. Teach your kids to have a voice. If you can't vote. If you don't vote, but you're active and you're demonstrating, kudos to you. Then you don't have to vote, but you're active. You're trying to make a change. So, either participate or vote. Or do both. You're an American. Yeah. That's cool. That's Where's the Rage today. Big kiss to all my fans out there.